Okay, a very good morning students. Welcome to my channel Maths with Mahanti sir. So today we will discuss about frequency distribution. So children, in the previous class I discussed what is meant by frequency and what is tally, how to represent frequency by tally. So these are the range of a distribution. These are the things which we had discussed in the last class. So what is meant by frequency distribution table? Okay. So see, frequency distribution means when the score and observation, when the score or the observations are given and their frequency is given, if we represent them in a tabular form, if the score and corresponding frequencies are presented in a tabular form, it is called your frequency distribution. So what is meant by frequency distribution and how to make it? Let us discuss. Okay. So frequency distribution is again of two types. One is your ungrouped frequency distribution. I had given it in the previous class. One is ungrouped frequency distribution and the other is grouped frequency distribution, which is a continuous one. So let us first discuss what is ungrouped frequency distribution. To understand that, let us consider a distribution. Suppose a distribution is given like this. You see, suppose the marks obtained by, see children, suppose the marks obtained by 20 students in a particular test, in a unit test, suppose the marks obtained by 20 students in a unit test are given like this. Suppose the marks are, you see, 44, 27, C, 34, 42, 37, 89. 42, 37, 89, then your 84, 34, 84, 34, then is your 27 and 69, 27, 69, 27, 84, 69, 42, 69, 42, then 27, 84, again 27, 84, 69, 32, 99 and 74. See children, suppose these are the marks obtained by 20 students. You see, these are 10 marks obtained by 10 students. This row you can write like this also. You can write like this. Suppose this is the given distribution. See, suppose a distribution is given like this. So what does this distribution show? This distribution shows the marks obtained by 20 students in a particular test, say out of 100 marks. Out of 100 marks, what are the marks obtained or scored by 20 students in a particular exam? The distribution is given in this form. Now see, here each mark, each score or each observation or each mark obtained by a particular student or by one student is an ungrouped data. That means here the observations or score or data, they are ungrouped. Now how to prepare a frequency distribution of this particular information or data? Okay. So as I told you just now, frequency distribution means to represent the score and the corresponding frequencies in tabular form. So how to do? How to prepare along with the tally marks. Tally marks is a must. Tally marks is a must while drawing your or constructing your frequency distribution table. Tally mark is a must. See, so if these are the marks obtained by 20 students in a particular exam out of 100, how will we represent this information by means of a frequency distribution table? See, for that what you will do? First you see, these are the observations or data. So first you find out which is the minimum score. If you minimum marks, the minimum marks obtained in this particular distribution is I think 27. See, this is the minimum mark because below 27, no child has got any mark below 27. And what will be the maximum mark? You see, the maximum mark is 99. So maximum mark is 99, minimum mark is 27. Okay. So how to prepare a frequency distribution of this table? I mean this distribution. See, the process is what you will write. First you write, you see, I am writing here. Suppose, you see, let me write here. So to prepare a frequency distribution, now we are discussing about ungrouped frequency distribution. See, so how can we prepare ungrouped frequency distribution of this? So what is the minimum score? The minimum score is 27. What is the maximum score? It is 99. So first what you will write? You write score. It is one column. Then your tally, you can give tally. Then is your frequency. Look at F for frequency. See. So frequency distribution is nothing but the presentation of observation or score or data, that is maybe ungrouped, maybe grouped. We will discuss group data later. So first you write the scores or observation in one column, then you see what is the frequencies. Frequency, as I told you yesterday, what is frequency? Frequency means it is the number of times that a score or observation occurs in a particular distribution. For example, 27. See, 27 is how many times? You see, how many students have got 27 mark? 1 student, 2 student, 3 student, 4 student. You see, 4 students have, out of 20 students, 4 students have got 27 marks. So the frequency of 27 will be 4. So what you will write? Here it is 27, which is the minimum score. Frequency is 4. So draw the tallies. You see 4 tallies will represent 4, frequency 4. Then what is the next score? The next score is, you see, after 27, what is the next score? The next score is, I think, 32. Yes, the next mark is 32, and 32 mark is scored by how many students? Only one student. Yes, you have to find from the data only one student. That means 32, the frequency will be 1. So this is one tally. Then after 32, the next mark is, you see, 34. Where is 34? 34. See, 34 mark has been scored by how many students? Look at the distribution. 34 mark has been scored by only one student. So the frequency of 34 will be also 1. See, okay. So one tally. Then after 34, the next mark is 37. You see, 37, 1 student. 1 student. Yes, it is also 37 mark. It is also scored by 1 student. That means the frequency is 1. Okay. Now see, after 37, the next mark is 42. See, 42, 44. 42, you see, 42, 1 student. Then 42, another student. 2 students. 2 students have got 42 marks each. So the frequency of 42 will be 2. So write 42 here, score or mark. Marks obtained or score or observation. What you write? What is the frequency? 2. So draw 2 tallies. Then 44. Like this you will draw. 44. 44, 1. 44, 1 student. Then 44, 44. Yes, no other. Only one student has got 44. So like this you have to prepare. 44. Then 69. See, 69. 69 marks, 1 student, 2 student, 3 student. Yes, that means frequency of 69 mark will be 3. So 69, it is 3 tallies, you see. Then after 69, the next mark is 74. You see, 74, 74, 74, 74, 74. Where is 74? Only one student have got 74 marks. So it is 74, 1. So frequency tally 1. Then after 74 is 84. 84 mark, you see, 1, 2, 3. Yes, 84 mark has been scored by 3 students. So it will be after 74, the next mark is 84. It will be 3 students. So 3. Then after 84, your 89 marks, you see, 89, 1 student. 1 student, 1 student, only one student. So 89 is 1 student. Then 1 student means frequency 1. Then the last mark is 99. 99 is scored by how many students? Only 1 student. So write down 99 here, 1 tally and 1. You see, now the frequency distribution has been prepared. So what does this table show? This table shows, see children, this table shows the distribution of observation or score along with their corresponding frequencies. So when we represent scores along with their corresponding frequency and tally mark, this becomes a frequency distribution. Okay, and this is what frequency distribution? This is ungrouped frequency distribution. So why it is called ungrouped frequency distribution? Because you see, here the scores or the observations are what? They are your ungroup data. They are ungroup data. That is why it is an ungrouped. It is an ungrouped frequency distribution. And one interesting thing you note here, you see, these are frequencies. Now you add all these frequencies. 1, 1, 2, 5, 6, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 19. That means one is missing. There is one missing. You see, it is not equal to 20. It should be 20. See, 4, 1. 34 I have written 1. 34 once again you see. Here it is 1. Yes, 34 will be 2. The frequency of 34 will be 2, not 1. See, because 34 mark has been scored by 2 students. 34 mark has been scored by 2 students. So, the frequency of 34 will be 2. Now see, you add all these frequencies. It will be definitely equal to 20. And what is 20? 20 is the number of students. Okay. So, that means we can say that sum of frequencies, you see, we can say that sum, we are adding the frequencies, means it is sum of frequencies is equal to total number of students. Total number of students. So sum of frequencies is equal to total number of students. In every frequency distribution, children, please mark one thing. In every frequency distribution, whether it is ungrouped or grouped, we shall discuss about group frequency distribution later, because for that we have to understand what is group data. It is a very complicated concept. We shall discuss it later in another class. See, so in any frequency distribution, whether it is your ungrouped or grouped, sum of the frequencies, that means if you add all the frequencies, it will always be equal to the total number of observations. If it is not, total number of students means total number of observation. And if it is not equal, that means you will come to know that there is some error, there is some mistake committed by you in calculating the frequency. So you check once again. Like I had done a mistake here, you see, I had written here 1. By mistake I had written here 1. While counting, I had written here 1. That is why the sum did not come 20. That means from that I came to know that I have done a mistake somewhere in calculating the frequencies from the table. So I have to recheck again. Okay. So what I mean to say, children, while preparing frequency distribution, may be ungrouped or grouped, always keep one thing in mind, that sum of frequencies will always be equal to the total number of observation, not students. In this example, it is given students. This is a mark obtained by 20 students. So that is why I have written here students. So it will be actually observation. Total number of observations will always be equal to sum of frequencies. It has mathematical notations also, but it will be taught to you in class 9. Your sigma fi equal to n, where n is the total number of observations. That will be discussed later. Okay. So for the time being, we have to remember that while preparing frequency distribution, may be grouped or ungrouped, sum of frequencies will always be equal to the total number of observations. Children, this is how to construct your ungrouped frequency distribution. I think it is very easy. You can easily do the preparation. You can easily prepare the ungrouped frequency distribution table if the distribution is given. Just you have to count how many times, I mean what is the frequency of each observation or score or data. Okay, then you write like this, it will become ungrouped frequency distribution. So, okay. So in the next class, we shall discuss what is group data and what is group frequency distribution and how to prepare. That is very important. What is group data? What are the different terms connected with group data? Then what is group frequency distribution and how to prepare group frequency distribution? We shall discuss those things in another video. So my dear students, if you understood whatever I discussed, I think it is very helpful to you. This is a concept, and concept is very important in mathematics. Okay. Because it is the concept only that enables someone to do problems. If you have a clear concept, if you have understood the thing better, you can solve any problem you like. Okay, then you will not at all find any difficulty. So my dear students, if at all you understood and if you think it is very helpful whatever Mahanti sir is discussing, so then I would like to request that all of you please hit the like button and subscribe my channel, so that I will be encouraged. I will discuss more and more problems later in other videos. Soon after the theory part is over, I shall discuss problems from different chapters. Okay, so we will discuss in another class about group data, and I hope whatever I discussed you must have understood, students. Okay, thank you.